Hey, you guys. Hey, everyone. Good morning. TGIF. Happy Friday. Woo. So I wanted to do this video last night, but by the time I got home, it was just I was way too tired. It was late. So I figured we would do it today. Welcome. Make sure you change your chat from top chat to live chat because the live chat, you get to see the most recent comments. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. Y'all, this story has literally taken a turn, and it's taken a turn into chaos, drama, and it's so sad because the focus now is, not on Quinton anymore. Now it's on back and forth between creators, unfortunately, and pettiness and sorry gang, I'm in a rare mood today. I feel you. I feel you. Apologize. Thought this was Molly. Let me just say it. Dolly. Oh, that's okay. Um, so there's a few things we're gonna talk about. Yesterday, a creator was arrested. He was charged with simple battery. Let me make sure I got that right. Have everything wrote down. Simple battery. His bond was $2,950. Since this popped off, it wasn't too long into this. Dolly's Vision as well as Bullhorn Betty um, went out there to protest, and I don't know Dolly. I've never had a conversation with Dolly. I just come to learn Dolly through watching this case. Don't know Bullhorn Betty. Also, just come to learn really of her through this case as well. Justin from Justice for All, as well as Molly Golightly, Marissa are also there as well. They showed up just like 2 days ago, I think. So, you have YouTubers along with people from the community that are there protesting. It's gotten out of hand at times, the protesting. And then you have another YouTuber. If I stop commenting, I'm still here. That sounds good, Alicia. You have another YouTuber, Share Voices Behind the Wall, who has taken the side of the family. And from my understanding, from what I'm hearing, like Share has like sent people, or the other side has sent people out there to kind of rile things up a bit or whatever. So yesterday, I have a clip I have a clip of where Dolly took the bullhorn out of the lady's hand. There's a lot of things that we're being told is happening, but we're not seeing. The cops flipping people off, high fiving each other. Um, in the video, we'll watch it together. Um, Before we watch that though, also I want to talk about how trigger warning. Anytime we talk about unfortunately Quinton Simon, it comes with an automatic trigger warning. But I do want to make sure I let you guys know as well. Also, I want to say I absolutely agree with everyone's right to protest. Um, I do believe in a peaceful protest. I don't necessarily believe in disrupting the like whole neighborhood. It wasn't Share, it was Rap General Awareness who sent the people to protest Hills on the Round. Got you. Um, See, from my understanding, Share sent the first person, but the one that was sent yesterday was not Share, from my understanding. I just didn't remember who it was. Um, Either way, like the other side, they're sending people to um, disrupt things as well. So, yesterday, I think it was, from my understanding, yesterday, Billie Joe had actually moved the memorial. Now, I've double checked with people, and this memorial was set up between like the protesters and the YouTubers. Um, I've talked to several people to find out the correct information because people were saying that the family set it up. People were saying that a grandpa set it up, and from what I'm being told, um, it was set up by protesters and the YouTubers. And Pam and Fam, remind me at the end of this video, I'll make a quick comment on that as well. So, anyways, yesterday morning when they got out there, it was moved to behind the fence, which doesn't make a lot of sense because how can people come and pay their respects and place things at the memorial if you've moved the memorial? Also, I don't know. I'm confused by them moving the memorial. Like I get it, they couldn't go out there and really appreciate the memorial during the day. They had to go at night, but at the same time, they are not the ones that started this memorial. Very easily, they could have started their own memorial in their backyard. Why didn't they start their own memorial in their backyard? Yeah, Dolly is a YouTuber. He is a man. His YouTube name is Dolly Vision, but his real name is Jimmy, I believe. So they moved the memorial, and she also placed like sardines and fish guts and fertilizer over where the protesters normally stand. Yeah, his real name is Jimmy Williams. He's the one who was arrested. So that's kind of a gross picture to look at. So I'm not going to have it up on your screens too long. But yesterday morning, when the protesters got out there, they had Billie Joe or someone had placed fertilizer as well as like fish parts and sardines all on the side that they would normally stand on it in an attempt to like gross them out so they wouldn't stay, I guess. But it didn't work. It did not work. They still stood out there. They still did their thing, and it really got crazy yesterday. There's been a few arrests concerning protesters, just the people there protesting. Like we had the one girl, Kimberly, who went and protested, and she was yelling. She went banging on the windows and the doors. When the cops was there, she insinuated that the cops were being racist because they arrested one girl before her. And then when they were pulling off, she was like cursing the cops. Then she got arrested. And now, from my understanding, this lady is going around on YouTube channels. YouTube channels that don't get along with like Bullhorn Betty, Molly, Dolly, all of them. And she's saying, she's saying basically that Bullhorn Betty encouraged her to act that way. And Bullhorn Betty said, if anybody goes to jail, I'll pay your bond. I'll pay your legal fees. So now she's mad. She says she's reached out to Bullhorn Betty and basically got blocked. She also said that she did not know that Bullhorn Betty and Dolly were these big YouTubers. And had she known they were these big YouTubers, she would have made them basically like pay for footage of her. She was like, had I known that they were these big YouTubers, I wouldn't have gave them my footage for free, like footage of me for free. But I did because I didn't know. I didn't know they were making money off of it. Well, here's the thing, sweetheart. You're out there in front of all kind of people with cameras. Anybody can upload to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So to me, this whole situation, like a protester claiming to be out there for Quinton Simon, but now she's going around on different YouTube channels mad because some creator that she didn't even know was a big creator isn't paying her legal fees. I don't even understand it, but whatever. So she was arrested. There's been a few protesters arrested. Apparently there was a boy that was arrested. And Bullhorn Betty, I think, may have paid his bond from what I heard her say in an interview. So Dolly is Bullhorn Betty, Billie Joe. There's so many names. Dolly, Billie Joe, Bullhorn Betty. Billie Joe is doing everything in her power to get rid of the protesters. She is blaring music. She has a disco ball. She's got these big old lights that she's shining at them. Now she's went so far as moving the memorial as well as putting cow manure, fertilizer, and fish parts, fish guts, sardines, and all of that out where they stand. Didn't work. Let's watch what happened yesterday. I do have a clip, and I've watched several clips. Yeah, Bullhorn Betty said she would pay for people who are arrested for lawfully protesting. Exactly. I have heard her say that as well, and I was going to make a point to say that. She said anybody that was arrested that were obeying the law but got arrested. Apparently, like the one guy that was just walking and like did a cartwheel or something. I don't know. He was arrested, so she paid his bond because he didn't really do anything wrong. She said. Um, so we're gonna watch the video of what happened. Now, what I do want to say, you guys, is it's a very short clip. I was not watching when the incident took place. I was not watching. I was busy, working myself. Um, I have listened to everyone. And what they're saying is this lady pulled up in a white car and attempted to like run over some people out there. That she like got really close to them and then stopped and like did it again and then like gets out and that she had reared back to hit someone. And Dolly went and yanked the bullhorn out of her hand. The only clip that I get a good shot of what's happening is the clip that I'm going to show you guys. And unfortunately, I don't see that happening. It could have happened before. All I can really go based off of is what I say, or what I see, sorry, is what I see. If I see it happen, then I can say, okay, that happened. But if I don't see it happen, if anybody sees a clip of this woman trying to run over them with a car or her trying to hit somebody, please send it to me. I know Justin was live, Molly was live, Bullhorn was live, Bullhorn Betty was live. Like so many people was live, but I'm not seeing any clip yet put out of the woman actually trying to run over them or rear back to hit them. So I'm assuming, considering that so many people was recording, they have that footage, because they definitely have the footage of him, jerking the thing out of her hand. Let's watch this. Let me see. I gotta figure out a way. I'm gonna slow it down. Okay, so there's the white car, as you guys can see. Apparently, she pulled up right here. And she's over there in the black. You got a lady in the pink standing there. See her right there? The lady with the bullhorn? Right there? So allegedly, what they're saying is she pulled up in this white car and attempted to run over them. I've yet to see that. I don't know. There's something about a neighbor coming at them with a baseball bat in front of the cops. I did not see that either. If anybody has that footage, please send it to me because I've heard that as well. I've heard that a neighbor came out with a baseball bat and that the cops claimed that it didn't happen and that they took it out of their report. So I don't know. But here we go. So she's got a bullhorn. We got Bullhorn Betty over here to the right. You guys can see Bullhorn Betty's bullhorn. It's white and red. I believe that's Bullhorn Betty anyways. From my understanding, Bullhorn Betty was the only one there with the bullhorn until this lady showed up. Okay, so she's sitting there in the bullhorn, blah, blah, blah. The lady from yesterday told Molly that it was funny that Molly's mom had cancer, and she also said she didn't care about Quinton. Wow. Okay, so the story of, she reared back like she was going to hit someone, I did not see that in this video. The story of she pulled up and acted like she was going to run over them, I did not see that. All I can base my judgment really is off this. And in my opinion, just off this and this alone, if they have the right to be there with their bullhorn, then she does as well, even if I don't agree with whose side she's on. Betty already said she wasn't there when the baseball thing. Okay. Now, here's the thing. What I will say about that is if this woman said anything about Molly's mom having cancer and that she didn't care about Quinton, I would have personally probably laid her out myself. I didn't hear that. If anybody has the clip of that, please send it to me. Please. I do want to see so I can make sense of things, Who is saying he assaulted her? Whose voice is that? So if you back it up, she's only doing the same thing that they're doing. Do I agree with whose side she's on? Not at all. If I was to have heard her say that, if you guys have a clip, please send it to my email because I would absolutely give commentary on that. And what I can tell you guys, if she did say that, and a lot of you guys are saying she did, I heard it, is I would personally lay her out myself. If I was there, see, that's why I know not to go. Like I know with everything happening, no, we can see you crash and burn, burn. We can see you. I actually was just reading one of your comments. I just didn't say that it was yours. Um, that's general awareness's voice. Okay, that's somebody from the other side. Hey, I'll be a long time. Thank you. Yes, anybody that has clips for me, please send them to my email. Can one of the mods put my email in? I don't know how to clip. All you got to do is screen record just that section. If it's longer than like 30 seconds, it might not send through email. But if you can get it like 10 seconds, 12 seconds, you can send it to my email. So that's why I know, like at this point, like I've struggled with should I go, should I not go, should I go? Because I definitely want to be there. This baby, he's 20 months old, you guys. Let's not forget this. Let's not forget there's an innocent 20-month-old baby. His body is God knows where, decomposing, possibly being eaten by animals, and it's just disgusting and it's sad. And his mom is just acting like whatever. You know, his grandmother shows some emotion, and I believe those emotions. I believe that Billie Joe is heartbroken. I believe that Billie Joe is mad at herself for allowing Leilani to tend to the kids. So I believe she is blaming herself some. I also believe that, you know, Leilani's her daughter, so she's trying to protect her daughter. Um, Thank you so much, Riddler. Welcome to the Elle Bee Bam Bam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You want the interaction between Dolly and the lady? Yes. If she, you know, did try to hit them, if she was rearing back to hit someone, because that's the story that I've heard repeatedly. Like when she was trying to hit people with her car, she actually reared back to hit someone, and that's why he took it. I'm not seeing that, so I really can't say anything about that because I'm not seeing it. What I can say, if that did happen, it would be very hard not to react emotionally and rip the born out of her hand as well. Now, um, thank you, Candy. The thing is the best thing you can do, which would be a hard thing to do, is if she's rearing back like she's going to hit somebody, if she's acting like she's going to run over somebody, call the cops. Call the cops. Because reacting this way, the way that Dolly did, now he's gotten arrested. You know, he's going to have to go to court. God knows what's going to come of that. He may get on some type of probation. Could it affect his job? Like, we don't know. And when you're in these situations, it's hard not to react emotionally. So what I can say is just from based off what I seen, just in this clip, it didn't look like she was doing anything more than what they were doing. Exercising her right to be there, protest with her air horn. If she did what they said she did, you know, I can't exactly be mad if she was trying to run over people and trying to hit people with the thing. We're not perfect, and we react emotionally. So that could have been Dolly just reacting emotionally to seeing this woman do XYZ, to seeing this woman rear back like she was going to hit one of his friends. In the end, there definitely should have been, you know, call cops. Hey, there's a woman out here trying to run over us. There's a woman out here trying to hit us with her air horn. You know, Kristen, I wish I could. I still don't know how to get people to come up. But let's watch it again because we got a good, you know, 30 seconds before. We got a good 30 seconds before he took the air horn, blowhorn, bullhorn. What's it called? What I can say also in this situation, this woman was not close enough to rear back and anyone think that she was really going to hit anyone with that bullhorn because she was too far away from everyone. Now, if she was closer to them at some point, that's very possible because it looks like she pulled up right there. And if she was driving the car, which I'm assuming she was, she had to get out that driver's seat. And at that point, she could have, you know, I can only talk about what I see right now, though. Leilani is not in rehab. I did hear that she was. I did hear that she was in some sort of rehab facility, but really, who knows? When you take a custody of a child, you are taking full responsibility. She took the children from Leilani, but yet left them with her and let her sleep. Yeah. Yeah, she made a big mistake there. Definitely made, and I think she's probably going to go to jail for neglect or something along those lines. Let me turn my air on. I'm so sorry. It's getting warm in here. Sorry. So just basing off what I see here, and I would love to see a longer clip of what took place from the time that she got there. From the time that she pulled up, I would love to see that clip because then I can really have I feel like a better understanding of what took place and why he may have did what he did, right? This woman did try to hit 2 people with her vehicle, as well as yelling at Molly she hopes her mother dies of cancer. See, that would be enough for me. If somebody said, I hope your mom dies of cancer, knowing that Molly's mom just found out that she's got cancer, as much as I want to sit here and say, we don't need to react emotionally, we need to try to call the cops, I definitely wouldn't be able to call the cops. I would beat somebody up if they yelled at about my mom. That's the thing, is when you're here, emotions are high. You're there for a cause that matters. You're there for a 20-month-old baby that we don't know where he is. We don't know what happened to him. So everybody's there. Their emotions are high. I'm sure I hope you don't back these folks now, Elle Bee. What folks? What folks are you talking about? I can only give my opinion off what I see. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm only trying to give my opinion off what I do see. Because I can't give an opinion off something I don't see. Because unfortunately, I've been in this game long enough. Like, I've been in the YouTube streets long enough to know. I've heard YouTubers say XYZ happened, and then come to find out it didn't happen. And I'm not saying that against anyone, either side. So what I'm saying is, based off this clip alone, this is what I think on this clip alone. However, if what they're saying is true, I get it. Like, it would be hard not to. You know what I'm saying? It would be hard not to want to walk up to her and yank that. Honestly, it'd be hard not to walk up, rip it out, and then hit her over the head with it. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't see Justice Live anymore doesn't mean he deleted it. He probably unlisted it. He probably didn't delete it. Probably just unlisted. Is that the live where it shows I do think, from my understanding, this woman came to start problems, from what I'm hearing. But this is the only thing that I've seen. Okay, so from my understanding, this is what I have heard. She was an old patron of Molly's that got upset with Molly. Also, I watched White Boy Lockdown Radio. I fell asleep listening to his live stream last night, and I'm pretty sure he was saying that she was one of his channel members as well back in the day, and had messaged them saying, like, hey, I'm going to be in your area and would love to, like, do like a meet and greet with you guys. White Boy Radio's wife or girlfriend, or I'm not sure if they're married. So he was there. She was coming into where they live, the town that they live in. And she reached out because she was also a member of his channel, right? And the wife or girlfriend, White Boy Lockdown Radio, said, yeah, just let me know, because they said anytime we have followers that come into the area, if they want to meet us, we'll definitely try to meet them, you know. So they say, yeah, sure, absolutely. Do you need something? And well, apparently she messaged them like the day that she got in and wanted to meet them like within the hour. And they didn't check their messages until like hours later. Well, she was mad and was like, "How dare y'all?" And apparently she was a patron of Molly's and got mad because Molly didn't show her enough attention. And then it seems like the same thing happened with White Boy Lockdown Radio. Um, because, sorry guys, I want to double check something. So it seems like she is one of those like members that becomes kind of obsessed with a channel, and then if they don't, if the creator does not show her the attention she needs, then she kind of, you know. Here's the thing: as a creator, we have like our lives with our families, and then we're trying to work, you know. So it is hard to just drop your normal life to go meet someone or to stay in your messages 24/7 so you can run and go, you know, meet somebody at the drop of a hat. So from my understanding, I did fall asleep listening to White Boy Radio last night, and that's what he was saying. Yes, I'm going to slow chat. I mean, here's the thing. I can only talk about what I see. You know what I'm saying? I can only really give an opinion of what I see in these videos. I would love to see other clips so I can, you know, give more of a more of an educated or a better understanding of what happened. You know what I'm saying? Caught your live. Oh, thank you. Yes, someone was playing Baby Cries. This is not about Molly or anyone else. It's about Quinton Simon, so let's bring it back to him. That's the thing, is I feel like it's gotten so far away from that now. Now we have, you know, protesters that were arrested, YouTubers that were arrested, and it's just wild. Based off that video alone, you know, it doesn't look like she's doing anything more than exercising the same right that they're there exercising. But if she tried to hit them with the car, if she did in fact try to hit someone, that definitely is uncalled for, and she should go to jail for that. I want to play a clip here from where Bullhorn Betty was interviewed by, I'm not sure who that guy was. I guess with their local news station. And he, oh, actually, no. First, we're going to read the Chatham County Police Department statement, and then we'll go over that. So yesterday, the Chatham County Police Department issued a statement after Dolly was arrested, and we're going to read that. It says, statement from Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley. Over the last 3 weeks, while Chatham County Police Department officers have been focused on finding Quinton Simon, a growing number of people calling themselves protesters have gathered outside of Quinton's home on Buckhalter Road. While the Chatham County Police Department supports everyone's right to peacefully protest, we also support the rights of citizens to live in a peaceful environment, which is kind of what I feel. You know, like, protest all you want. I would be there doing it if I could. If I could go and protest myself, I so would. But I would not do it so loudly that I would wake up the neighbor. You know what I'm saying? The people on Buckhalter Road calling themselves protesters have made that nearly impossible for the citizens in that neighborhood to live in a peaceful environment. Since October 12th, 2022, when the first YouTube protest started or arrived, we have responded to over 50 calls for services in the 500 block of Buckhalter Road, and we have made multiple arrests. This has taken precious resources away from our department at a time when we are focused on the most massive investigation in the history of Chatham County Police Department. Many of the people claiming to want justice for Quinton have turned this tragic and heartbreaking case into a money-making circus, and they have made it impossible for the people who live in the area to enjoy the peace and tranquility of their homes. This is unacceptable and has to stop. I agree with that. I would not want this happening in my neighborhood. I mean, I would be out there protesting as well if my neighbor was a prime suspect of a murder of their child. I would absolutely be out there protesting. However, I would still keep in mind, that there's neighbors around. Um, Over the next few days, we will be unveiling some measures to limit the disruption to this small community. Neighbors have had to endure more than their fair share of noise, vulgarity, and police presence over the last 3 weeks. Definitely vulgarity. We will do everything we can. We will do everything we can to once again give them a sense of normalcy. This afternoon, some of the protesters moved to CCPD headquarters at 295 Police Memorial Drive. This is a much more appropriate place to hold such a protest. So they're actually saying, you know, come on, like, come here and protest. Would I grab the bullhorn from the woman if she was just peacefully protesting? If I was there myself, I would not have anything to do with them. I would be out there myself, probably with a sign, please tell us where Quinton is. Anytime Billie Joe or Leilani got where I could say something, I would say, please give us answers. Please tell us where the baby is. That's what I would do. I would not be a part of any, I would be peacefully protesting. And I wanted to go, which obviously I can't, I wanted to go way in the beginning when it was nothing like this. When, I definitely don't feel like I have a biased opinion. I've said numerous times I don't agree with the way the protesting has went. There's several things I don't agree with. That's true. The grandmother barging into the babysitter's house. So I definitely, if I was there and that was happening, I would not be over there with that. I would be 20 feet away recording it for maybe like a documentary later or something like that. But as far as being in the middle of it, I would not be jerking a bullhorn out of anybody's hand. Now, like I said, if I was there and my mom, we had just discovered that my mom had cancer. And she yelled at me, I'm glad your mom got cancer. I mean, it would take everything in my being to not want to beat somebody up, but I think anybody would want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think anybody would want to beat someone up that said something so disgusting about their mother. Also, like I said, I can only base what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing this woman try to run over people. I'm not seeing this woman rear back to hit someone. So what I'm saying is based off what I've seen, she was within her rights to be there with her as much as they were. If she did do those things, though, I could kind of understand that reaction to get the bullhorn away from her. She just attempted to run over people. She's rearing back like she's going to hit someone. So I could kind of understand that. Really, because emotions get high. Because as much as I would say they should call the police, when you do that, call the police. If I'm there and someone tries to run over me and it's rearing back their bullhorn at me, I would call the police. Well, I would want to call the police. That would be the right thing to do, the best thing to do. But sometimes your emotions can overcome you and you may not. I'm not perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, I would call the police. And I would let the police handle it. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I would hope that I would. I would hope that I would step back and say, okay, this woman literally tried to tap me with her car. She done rear back at me. Now let me go call the cops because I'm not dealing with this. I'm not here for BS with her. I am here for Quinton. I'm not here to entertain this one or that one. I'm not here to be louder than this one or that one. I'm not here to say something better than this one. I'm here for Quinton Simon. And that's what I'm here for. So that's the way I feel about it. And I can, like I said, I can only judge things off what I actually see, but I always will acknowledge what's being said as well and how that would shift my opinion. Does that make sense? If it came out, or if I could see some evidence of what they're saying, then yes, that would shift my opinion some. So anyways, Chief Hadley, basically, he made this statement after Dolly was arrested, saying like, listen, we've gotten over 50 calls. They're taking away resources. He says it's a money making circus. Please don't disrupt the neighborhood. We're about to really lay into this. We're about to um, be. We're going to take some measures to limit what's happening over there. If you guys want to protest at the Chatham County Police Department headquarters, do it here. It's a better place to do it. So they're welcoming people to protest at at their headquarters. They're fine with that. You know, yeah, I don't have a problem with anyone personally. Just because I've worked with someone, it doesn't mean that I am their friend. Um, I do have friends that I've made through YouTube, but a lot of the creators that I've worked with were just people that we kind of worked together on a topic that we were both covering. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm friends with them. Like, I don't even talk to these people behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Um, so, and everyone in here can have their own opinion. I am a-okay with that. Um, I do feel like she was there to start trouble. And the best thing they probably could have did, which, like I said, would be the hardest thing to do, is to totally ignore that woman and act like she did not exist, which probably would have been impossible. But that probably, given that a shot, might would have been, um, at least to give them a shot. Yes, I mean, they're out there screaming some of the most disrespectful things in front of you, and there's children in that area. But why is it okay for the other people to stand for it? Which other people? Um, I can't have anybody on panel. I'm still trying to figure that out. Anytime I've tried to have anybody on panel, we can't get the audio right. So anyways, that was their statement. And then Bullhorn Betty did respond to it. Bullhorn Betty responded to what he said. So we'll watch a little bit of that.
Now, let me ask you this. Obviously, one of the things that he said in that statement was that because of the 50 service calls that Chatham County police officers have had to come out there to do, they're taking away precious resources to investigate. Quinton, do you have anything to say about that?
So when he first brought her on, he said, Chief Hadley made a statement. And she goes, oh, I know, I read it. And I'm gonna link I'm gonna link these videos in the description box below so you guys can go watch the entire thing, because I'm not gonna play the entire thing. But he asked her right there, um, let's watch it again because I actually just forgot.
Calls the Chatham County police officers have had to come out there to do. They're taking away precious resources to investigate. Quinton, do you have anything to say about that?
Okay, so he says, in the statement, Chief Hadley says they've had to respond to over 50 calls. They're taking away precious time that could be focused on finding Quinton, precious time from the department. What's your thoughts on that? So, Born Betty's going to respond to this.
These are beat cops, they're not detectives, so again, another lie. Secondly, we're not the ones calling them out. It's other YouTubers on TV that are calling them and causing this havoc. We haven't called, the only time I've called them is when I've been assaulted. And I was assaulted and they did absolutely nothing. And I was assaulted by the very woman that put my friend in jail here. And they have a report. And you know what? I had 5 witnesses out there. They refused to take one affidavit from it because we didn't have a video of what the woman did to me. And then she comes out there and tries to run over 2 people with her car and starts taking her bullhorn to strike somebody. And Valley pulled it out of her hand. And he's the one sitting here right now, not the one that was assaulting us.
Okay, so she says, there may be over 50 calls, but I've only called once, and that's when I was assaulted. And I called the police. She was not charged. From my understanding, the woman tipped her nose somehow. I don't think the woman punched her. I think it was an accident of bringing her phone up, but I don't know. I haven't seen that video. I've not seen that video. I would love to see that video as well, so I could get a better understanding of what exactly happened between her and Bullhorn Betty. Because Bullhorn Betty, I was watching that day. I watched the video, and at first Bullhorn Betty said, I'm not going to give her my platform. So she turns the screen black. And then she turns it back on and says, okay, yeah, let's make her famous. Let's make her famous. So she turns it back on and you can see the girl. And then when the girl walks off and she starts yelling about Bullhorn Betty's aunt or something along those lines, Bullhorn Betty turns the screen black again, walks over to her. They have some sort of confrontation. And when Bullhorn Betty comes back, she says, she just assaulted me. So I have not seen, what exactly took place there yet. There's been other people there that says she did like tip her nose. Not sure, but I have not heard Bullhorn Betty say that she was punched, but still, if you touch someone legally, I think you can get some sort of trouble for it. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. I really do appreciate that, Renee. Yeah, please be kind to everyone. It is okay for everybody to have different opinions. The thing is, we're going to have people in here that are followers of Bullhorn Betty, followers of Dolly, followers of Cher, followers of Savage, a lot of different people. As long as we're respectful in the way that we voice our opinion, I think everybody should be okay to voice their opinion. It's fact, the footage catches them busting themselves. What do you mean? Also, I went to watch Bullhorn Betty, and the one that sounds like she's from Jersey, but you can't comment without paying. Bullhorn Betty is like $5. But the other lady starts at, is that Molly, I think? I did hear, and I didn't see this, but I did hear that they had members only streams up, where to chat in them you had to be a member. So she says, I'm not the one making the calls. I made one call to the woman that assaulted me. You guys done nothing to her, and now she's the one that had my friend put in jail. So, yeah. Whew. I would love to see all the footage from what's been going on out there so I could get a better understanding of what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? I can only talk about what I see, though.
Now, obviously, y'all's intent tonight is to pull out Mr. Williams from jail. Do y'all plan to come back to the house tomorrow?
I absolutely plan to come back to that house tomorrow because I will not be intimidated by some police chief.
What's going to stop you from coming back to that house?
There's nothing he can arrest me every single day that I'm out there. This is not about me. This is about Quinton. And he is allowing a woman that's on double probation, has a history of violence to those children. History of doing drugs in front of those children. And he can't find one charge that's unconnected with his disappearance to a restaurant and violate her probation. I have a big problem with that, and you should too. This is your county. This is Lois. I have never seen anything like this in any other county I have ever gone in. And I have been around this country.
So she says nothing's going to stop her. He could arrest her every day. She says basically she's on double probation. There's something that they could arrest her on. Surely there's something they could arrest her on.
All right, Miss Betty, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a good rest of your night.
And it was at that moment.
So that is Chronicles of Olivia. She is out there with them as well, but that is a snippet. I will link the full little interview that she did with this news broadcaster, or I'm not really sure who he is. But it was clear that he was there with some organization because he had a camera behind him. He was writing down everything. And when he first brought her up, he said, can you please state your full name for me? And she said, I want to go by Bullhorn Betty because that's what I'm known as. Yeah, I did hear that Justin took his video down. Where did they say that at, Stacy? I want to go see that. Yeah, I would be very upset. I'm not going to lie. I would be very upset if protesters were outside of my house acting that way. I would be A-okay. I would join protesters outside of my house just holding up signs and walking up and down the street, and anytime somebody come out demanding answers, I would be A-okay with that. But I do have 6 children, so, what were they freaking yelling the other day? They were yelling some terrible things. F this, F that. It was horrible, and I was like, because the babysitter has kids. She has 6 kids. End of the day, even a bail bondsman woman who was watching the stream saw that Dolly was in the right and bailed him out for free. What does that tell you? I'm not exactly sure if that's what happened, though. I do know that a bail bondsman come over there. I have not seen the bail bondsman interview Does anybody have an interview? Because I did hear them say, "Oh, a bail bondsman here. She said she would do it," but I don't know. From my understanding, her office is right across the street. So could it potentially be that one of the people walked over there and was like, "Hey, we got this going on. Can you help us?" And she was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll help you." I mean, literally, you can call a bail bondsman right now and say, I mean, unless they're out of town and can't get to you. I mean, when I was arrested, my mom called and the woman was like an hour and a half away. That's where she was from. So, but she was like, "Yeah, I'm on my way." They get, yeah, free publicity this way. But, and I'm not saying that's not what happened. I just don't know. The bail bondsman didn't want to be on camera, have her name out there. Um, did she do it for free? I have no idea. It's so hard to know because there's so many things out there that is hearsay, and it's just like I just want to see all the facts. I would love to see all the facts, you know. So that's what took place yesterday. Just oh my goodness, just but yes. So that happened with oh, thank you, Crash and Burn. You don't have to leave. Yo, if y'all have different opinions, please don't feel like y'all have to leave. If your opinion is different than mine, I completely respect your opinion. I'm I don't have a solid opinion right now because I'm like super solid. I can say super solid. I don't agree with the way this is going. Super solid opinion. If people are sending people there to cause chaos, I don't understand that. Um, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. That's just going to make it even more crazy and chaotic. You know, I don't agree with the way this protest has turned out. I feel like some people are doing it to get their name out there for 15 minutes of fame, essentially. Um, I think people have forgotten the real reason they're there, you know. But I would love to see more footage of where she tried to hit them with the car, where she reared back to hit someone. But anyways, this woman was sent there, from my understanding. I've heard now two people say that she was like a Patreon or a channel member of theirs, and when she didn't get the attention that she wanted from both of those completely different YouTubers, that she kind of went crazy on them, and kind of flipped out on them. Police department just posted they have to have a what? No way. See, they said they were unveiling something that was gonna. Wow. Okay. I bet this is what they were talking about. Wow. Let's see if we can find it. Yep. Chatham County Police will enforce county ordinances requiring permits for public gatherings and enforce a no loitering rule from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. near Quinton Simon's home. Wow. Who is the clown? I keep hearing something about a clown. See you later, Crash and Burn. The crazy woman wasn't insisting problems. Why would she move herself in her car from the left side of the driveway to the right side of the driveway parked a few feet from? If that woman wasn't insisting on problems, why would she move herself in her car from the left side of the driveway to the right side? Yeah. They have to have a permit now, you guys. So well, that's what they said. They said in their statement, we are working on unveiling wow. They said they were working on unveiling some measures to make sure they could maintain peace and tranquility for the surrounding area. Let's look at this, you guys. Let's look at their recent tweets. Because, yep, they're doing it. So, is everybody going to pack up and go home now? Will they be approved for a permit? How long is it going to take to get a permit? Hey, Phoenix, welcome to the Fam Bam. The Chatham County Police Department supports everyone's constitutional right to peacefully protest, but we also support residents' rights to live in a peaceful environment. But recent events, including an arrest for battery after a dispute between two groups of people identifying themselves as protesters, make it clear that now it's the right time to take a stricter interpretation of the ordinances. The behavior of many YouTubers and people calling themselves protesters has gone beyond anything acceptable in civil society, says Chatham County Police Chief Hadley. We have to return the neighborhood back to the residents. It is their neighborhood. And then there's their statement. So this was posted 28 minutes ago. Wow. Let's see what people are saying about this. They're all criminals out there. Even the lady that got Dolly arrested, his most recent arrest was April. And she isn't an old lady. She's 41, pure trash. Okay. About time. Oh, my goodness. Lord. Dolly's 5 foot nothing. How's he going to abuse someone? What a joke. He went there and shook up the town where a little boy is gone ghost. Causes views, which I don't know what that one's saying. Ghost causes views, which causes more eyes on his face. No one died. People. Woo! Let's put some commas and punctuation in there because I don't know what you're trying to say, love. That's the pretty bad frontal sentence. I'm so sorry. I don't live in your state, but I applaud you for standing up to the mourn porn people. They are grifters and tragedy pimps. They are taken away from what truly matters. Well, how long is it going to take to get a permit? Can you be denied a permit? All right. Wow. We will do everything we can to once again give them a sense of normalcy. This afternoon, some of the protesters moved to Chatham County Police Department headquarters. Much appropriate a place to protest. All right. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think? Will you reread it? I didn't see where they have to have a permit. Okay. Yes. They just 30 minutes ago, Chatham County Police Department supports everyone's constitutional right to peacefully protest, but we also support residents' right to live in a peaceful environment. Recent events, including an arrest for battery after a dispute between two groups of people identifying themselves as protesters, make it clear that now's the right time to take the stricter interpretation of the ordinances. Behavior of many YouTubers and people calling themselves protesters have gone beyond anything acceptable in civil society. We have to return the neighborhood back to the residents. It is their neighborhood. So you have to get a permit now. Oh, wow. My friends were protesting in a city where police say you need a permit. The courts ruled in favor of the protest, and the city got sued. They can't stop them. That's why it's 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. They can only enforce it at night. So they just moved up the times. Yeah, they can still be out there from noon to 7 p.m. So they can still protest between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Exactly. So really, at first I'm thinking, oh, they need a permit. I wasn't really thinking too well. Because I was like, oh, they need a permit to protest it up. Like, to protest, they got to have a permit now. But no, they only need a permit to protest between those hours. Permanent night is fine, but during the day it's free game. Police officer flipped Molly off. It's on one of the videos. I want to see that video because I saw Molly and Justin talking about it last night where Justin said that he was waving and then the wave went into this. And here's the thing. As a police officer, if you're shooting the bird at someone, you definitely deserve some sort to be reprimanded in some sense. You should keep your emotions out of things as much as possible. You can not be okay with what's happening, But I haven't seen that. I've not seen anybody flipping anyone off. I've just heard about it. And the police chief is not the higher up. I'm talking about mayor, aldermen, commissioners. Yeah. What did you say? I wanted. Police can and could have this entire time put narrow restrictions on those rights. I'm not saying how they've done it is right, but this is a constitutional right. Also, narrative is biased. Yeah, I think it is wild that there is an Amazon wish list that's been created for the family. They're asking for like newborn baby things as well, which has people wondering, why are they asking for newborn baby stuff for a baby boy? I don't know. Yeah, they could walk around putting flyers up, walk through the city putting flyers up, just getting the information out there at red lights. Here's Quinton. If you see this little boy, if you hear of anything, contact the police. You're out of the money, and he should be suspended immediately for doing the finger. Yeah. If he did that, he should definitely be in some sort of trouble. That's terrible. The youngest baby's a newborn, but she's not with them. And they're not getting those kids back. But they're asking for baby boy stuff. The youngest is a 6-month-old baby girl, and they're asking for like newborn baby boy stuff. So it's really weird. I don't know. Also, I wanted to go over. So Quinton Simon's biological father, Bubba Moss. In the past few weeks, this is so wild, you guys. It's crazy. But in the past few weeks, Bubba Moss, his son died. His son died, which, to be fair, he did not have much of a relationship with his son. From my understanding, he had not seen his son since his son was like 2 months old. So I love First Amendment audits on YouTube. Sorry, I'm not flipping you guys off. Y'all, the gifts for the babies are for the grandbabies in foster care right now. How are they going to get those to them, though? And why newborn baby boy stuff? Like, Zane is 4, isn't he? Yeah, you can't be arrested for giving someone the finger, but I definitely think you could be reprimanded in some, just because of the position that he holds. Yeah, the whole baby stuff makes no sense to me, because the youngest is a girl. She's 6 months old. Quinton, and then the older boy is like 3 or 4. So he's not going to fit in newborn stuff. And they are in foster care. And usually when your kids are in foster care, you don't supply anything. You don't supply clothes for the kids anymore. When a child's in foster care in Chatham County, you can send stuff through the DFACS worker to that child. So maybe that's, I don't know, but why would they be sending newborn boy stuff? So that's what really got me confused. Right, Becca. I will say that, in all fairness, we don't know what she did to Bubba for him not to be around his baby. She seems like that kind of mom. I do agree there. I absolutely agree there, because she has her oldest son. Where's his father? And then she has Quinton, and Bubba was not really around. Bubba had not been around in like 6 or 7 months, according to Billie Joe. And then Leilani said he had not seen Quinton since Quinton was 2 months old. Take that, with a grain of salt, because do we believe Leilani? That, whatever. And then the youngest baby was Danny's baby. But Danny had stuck around up until this happened. But I do wonder, if she made it difficult for him to have a relationship with his baby. And if so, the steps should have been taken for him to go to court and get some sort of visitation. But I know a lot of times, when it's difficult, when you got that parent that's just, you can't work with them because they're evil. They're like an evil parent, and they're brainwashing your kid against you, and you try to see your kid, and it's just terrible. Now not everybody has the money to, go to court, hire a lawyer to do that. So we don't know what the circumstances are surrounding that. The reason I say, Bubba Moss didn't have a relationship with his son is because he's lost, his son has passed away, his mother's passed away, and his dad recently passed away 2 nights ago. But it is a little bit different when you lose your son. If you were actually very active in his life, it's going to affect you more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, vindictive. If you have a vindictive baby mama, baby daddy, whatever. Now, there are rumors that she's potentially pregnant again. It would make sense with the wish list. It's kind of the only thing, in my opinion, that makes sense with the wish list. But I wanted to talk about this because it's very, very, very strange. Like, how does this happen? So the grandfather of missing 20-month-old Quinton Simon was fatally struck by a vehicle Wednesday morning. According to the Burke County Sheriff's Office, Henry Bubba Moss Sr. was found deceased near the roadway in the 9900 block of Highway 23 between Claxton Road and Brigham Landing Road, just north of Girard. Preliminary investigations indicate that he was struck while on the roadway by an unknown vehicle that left the scene. Crash investigators believe Moss Sr. had a flat tire and was walking back to his home when the crash happened. The sheriff's office is offering a reward for information leading to the suspect responsible for this hit and run. If you have any information and it tells you to call 706-554-2133 or send an email to j.wylds@bcso-ga.org. Quinton's biological dad, Henry Moss Jr., has gone through a string of recent loss with his son presumed dead nearly a month ago, his mother passing away last week, and then his father this week. This is so crazy. Like, is there like a curse on this family? Like, what is happening? October 5th, his son passes away. Granted, he was not very active in his life, but still. And then last week, his mother passes away. And then this week, his dad is killed in a hit and run. Like, what is going on here? There's a lot of murders surrounding this family, and it's very questionable. Like, I don't understand it. Yeah. Oh, that's true? Is that true? Not sure what's going on with the wish list, but any gifts can be returned for Amazon credit to use for anything else they desire. It's just a scam, in my opinion. Wow. Oh, it does say grandfather. How did I completely miss that? Everybody's saying dad. Wait. The grandfather. Hold on. Oh, it's Quinton Simon's grandfather. It's Bubba Moss's dad. It is. I'll let you guys see it. Because I'm like, wait, I've had brain fog so bad recently. Me and my daughter both are experiencing very bad brain fog lately. Like, I just can't, yeah, I'm like, what day is it? You know what I'm saying? So Quinton Simon's grandfather struck, killed by car. So maybe the mix-up is where they're saying grandfather, grandfather, and then people's like, wait, no, it's Bubba Moss's grandfather. But it seems here, the grandfather of missing 20-month-old Quinton Simon was fatally struck by a vehicle this morning. Let me shrink this up a little bit. According to the Burke County, Henry Bubba Moss Sr., Quinton's dad's name is Henry Moss, I guess, Jr. So it is Quinton's grandfather. It is Quinton's dad's dad. So it does say down here, Quinton's biological dad, Henry Moss Jr., has gone through a string of recent loss with his son presumed dead nearly a month ago, his mother passing earlier this week, or passing away last week, and his father this week. So I think the grandfather confusion is, it is Quinton Simon's grandfather. No, we're not pregnant. I cannot get pregnant, and my daughter is 17. So no. um, I don't think anybody's ever live this early. That's why I tried to get out here earlier today. Well, for a few reasons. I wanted to get out here earlier today because usually when I go live at like 12:01, that's when they start going live out there. And I can't pull in an audience for nothing because, of course, everybody wants to watch what's going on out there, you know? Um, hey, go check out the live if she hasn't removed it where Cher says Billy Joe on her live saying Leilani was not home at the time Bubba's dad was killed. Just saying. It's very questionable what's going on here. Like, Bubba lost his mom, dad, and son all in 1 month. I've never heard that you have to pay $75 to press charges. I don't think I've ever heard that either. I have pregnancy brain 24/7. I've been pregnant 7 times, so it never went away. Looks like from a post, I just saw someone threw boiled eggs at the house. There was even one in the pool. Wow, yeah. It's just all of it's crazy. All of it is. Here it is again. Henry Dale Moss Sr., also known as Bubba Moss. Quinton Simon's grandfather. He was hit and killed early yesterday morning while walking along Highway 23 near Girard. Now, my question is, was Bubba Moss's parents still together? Were they married? Thank you, Becca. Absolutely. Who is Billie Joe? Billie Joe is Quinton Simon's grandmother. Quinton Simon's mom is Leilani. Leilani's mom is Billie Joe. Or like some people say, Billy Joel. None of the YouTubers were there the night the egg was thrown. Y'all see the twisting yet? Um, can I post my PayPal? Does any of the mods have my PayPal? I don't have it. Oh crap. Um, does he have any siblings? Bubba Moss? I think so. Yeah, the night shifts are a lot of locals and they are rowdy. Yeah, from my understanding, I mean the YouTubers do go home at night. Molly's went live in the evenings after they go home. They went out to eat last night after they got Dolly out. They went out to eat. Molly did a lot, like did a video where they talked about you know how he was able to get out of jail the same day. So it's been a mess, you guys. It has been such a mess. And it's sad. It's sad because at the same time, I'm like, y'all, quitting. Like the possibility of them finding him is so slim that it's sad. It's very sad that, more than likely they may not find him. Do we even know for sure that he's there? I mean, the police say they have reason to believe that, and I believe them. Wanda, a local, was out there and said she was drinking. I thought she was going to get a PI. But we're going to go ahead and close this one out. I've been on for over an hour. Wooden Eagle, I'd love to hear your insight. My mom was gal, and I done foster and kinship placement. What are your thoughts on them being placed with BJ found as yes? Yes, Wooden Eagle, that would be a good one for you to cover. If you guys don't follow Wooden Eagle, she has a YouTube channel as well. You guys can go follow her. Now to talk about Vaughn, yes, from my understanding, Vaughn has passed away. There have been people that said they saw it on the news. Now here, I was sent an article that was from SNBC 13. I thought that was like a legit news station because if you guys see, like WFLA, like a lot of news stations are like an acronym of something, like um, hold up, like this is like News Channel 8 on your side, but it's WFLA. Um, they have, let's see, WJOC, or WTOC, WJOC, WTOC 11, WTOC 11. So when it was sent to me, the SNBC 13, I was like, oh, this is like a legit news article. Now people told me later on it's not, but however, a couple people in the chat said that they saw it on a local news station. I'm not sure, but his stepmother, Marvon's stepmother, Wynette, confirmed it to several people that he did in fact pass away. So I would assume that if she's confirming that he passed away, then he passed away. WSAV. Billie was responsible for those kids' welfare. She knew Leilani was unable to take care of them. Leilani was neglectful, and now Quinton is gone. Yet nobody's in jail. That's, yeah. Yeah. But this whole thing is sad. The thing is, if people want to be out there and protest against the protesters, they can do that peacefully as well. Everybody can protest peacefully. Hold your sign saying, I don't believe in the protesters. I don't know. Or I believe Billie Joe, or I stand with Billie Joe. I don't know why anybody would stand with anybody other than Quinton Simon, but you can still do that. You know what I'm saying? You could do it in a way to not cause confusion and chaos and keep the focus on what it should be on at the end of the day, and that is Quinton Simon. And, people's like, oh, we don't know if they're guilty. Here's the thing. The police department has named one suspect, and that is Leilani. She's not showing any emotions like someone that misses their child. She's not showing any emotions like someone that believes their child was potentially stolen in the middle of the night. She's not looking for him. She didn't put up no signs, no posters, nothing. So clearly she knows what happened to her son. The fact that she's not showing any emotion makes me think that she did it. It all points to that way. At the end of the day, people can be like, well, have a little sympathy for Leilani. No, my sympathy's with Quinton Simon. That's where my sympathy is. Not with anybody that potentially led to him losing his life at 20 months old. So many lies created by people with no moral compass and who don't care about this baby. Exactly. What if Billie Joe does stand with Quinton, though? I mean, she may very well stand with Quinton, but it also seems like she stands with Leilani a little bit, too. And that's her daughter, so she's in a very hard position to be in. There's some things that she's done that's caused people to question her, like going out and getting drunk. I mean, how? But, people are different. But anyways, you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. This got to get the focus back on Quinton Simon. As much as I would have loved to go down there, now I definitely don't think I could go down there because of the craziness. Bondsman woman got him out. $20 filing fee was paid. Yes. You guys let me your thoughts. I'll keep up with the story. If anything happens today, I'll let you guys know. Also, like we just discovered at the end of the stream, they have implemented where you have to get a permit to protest between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. But it doesn't change the fact that protesters are still going to be out there during the day like they normally are. But you guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.